Good afternoon, sir. Could you please state your name and provide your date of birth?
Julio Lorenzo Arnold.
Thank you, Mr. Arnold. Mr. Arnold, just one moment.
I have a question.
Mr. Arnold, if you can please wait. I'll take your question at the end, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Giselle, I am modifying this slightly. Oops. All right, sir, could you please state your name and provide your date of birth?
Yes. Julio Lorenzo Arnold.
Thank you, Mr. Arnold.
Yeah.
Mr. Arnold, you're here on a Superior Court new case. I find probable cause for the allegations of one count of aggravated domestic violence. It's a Class 5 felony. One count of disobeying or resisting an order or mandate of the court, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney. You have a status conference July 10th, 8:31 a.m. Preliminary hearing July 12th, 8:31 a.m. That'll be at the downtown Phoenix Superior Courthouse. Mr. Arnold, I am setting bond the amount of $25,000 in this case. And then you have two probation matters. And one of those you are non-bondable, and the other I'm setting bond at the amount of $500. So don't pay those bonds at this time because you're non-bondable in the other probation case. So even if you were to pay those bonds, it would not secure your release. And sir, I know you have a question. I will get to that question. You need to please be patient and wait.
Yeah.
Sir, you've got to wait, please.
I'm waiting. I'm agreeing with you.
All right. So again, the new case. Bonds amount of $25,000. If your probation is reinstated by the probation judge, then you can pay your bonds to be released. You would at that point be on an electronic ankle monitor, and I wish to remind you that you're not to initiate contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses, or have any physical contact with any alleged victims. You also must obey the terms of any order of protection or injunction against harassment that has been issued, and you're not to possess any weapons. Then, Mr. Arnold, you have the two alleged probation violations. I've appointed you an attorney. Probation hearing scheduled July 10th, 8:30 a.m. at the downtown Phoenix Superior Courthouse. Again, bonds the amount of $500 in one, and you are non-bondable in the other. So you will remain in custody until July 10th. A probation judge will determine then whether to reinstate your probation. Mr. Arnold, do you have a question?
Yeah, of course. I have questions. The two probation, what are they? I have no. There's two separate ones?
Correct.
Okay, and so please explain to me what they are. Okay,
so anytime you're arrested for an alleged new crime, that triggers an alleged Term 1 probation violation, which is that you will obey all criminal laws. So in your one probation case, it's for possession or use of drug paraphernalia.
Okay.
Your other probation matter is for aggravated assault, domestic violence, impeding breeding. You've now been arrested on a new aggravated assault case.
There was no aggravated assault. No. It was 1 second.
No, Mr. Arnold, you've interrupted me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So those are the two matters. The aggravated assault in the new case, it's aggravated domestic violence in the new case, and that's because of because now it's 3 domestic violence arrests. That's what makes it an aggravated domestic violence.
And that's the case that I'm dealing with. I have not had contact with the victim. Because I have not had contact with the victim said, hey, I'm going to put a restraining order on you. I was at work. I have not had contact. This is what's happening now. Is I'm being look at the history of order of protections. It's habitual, and I keep explaining this to the court that this needs to stop, even though I don't speak to her. And then if she calls me, oh, you violated. I picked up the phone, and now I'm here. There's no reason why I should be in jail right now. I've done everything that the court's asked me to do. I've been to Crossroads. I've done my residential. I'm at a sober living. I have a car. I have a job. I have not violated not once. My probation has notes saying I'm doing a fantastic job. I've hit every UA that I possibly need to hit. There's no reason why I should be in this courtroom today.
So, sir, just so that you're aware, I'm finding that there's probable cause. That's different than whether you're guilty or not. But the only thing that I can consider as factual evidence is what the police have filed here. So in this, the victim's reporting that you contacted her over 15 times, and that when you were questioned by the police, that you stated it was wrong and you shouldn't have contacted her. That's again, according to what the police have said, that you said you shouldn't have contacted her. So, sir, I'm not making a finding as to whether you're guilty or not, whether you did the thing or not. Well, but the state constitution requires me to set a bond based on a number of factors. So I have to consider this as factual information. Protecting victim safety is one of those factors.
She's not a victim, man. That's what you're not understanding, sir. She is not a victim. She is simply putting a order of protection on me because I won't talk to her, because she didn't hear from me. And she doesn't understand that, because now I'm here with you. You're not playing a game with my life.
So, Mr. Arnold, if you have an order of protection served against you,
right,
which you have previous domestic violence cases,
right.
If you have an order of protection served against you, then you don't answer the phone. You don't have contact with the person.
Okay.
You've had enough experience with this that right. I can't in any way, even if I'm giving you, just, okay, maybe there's maybe some sort of mistake. I can't find that here, which again, I'm not even able to consider that because I'm taking what the police said as being factual information. So, Mr. Arnold, another judge can modify this. This is the information I have at this time. So you're trying to argue your case. That's not what this is for here today. So, Mr. Arnold, there's nothing. There's nothing else that's productive that's going to come from this discussion.
You know what is productive?
So we're done here, sir.
By me speaking on record and letting you know exactly what's happening.
Mr. Arnold, we're done here.
That's what's productive.
You'll have an attorney, and that's the opportunity to do that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.